right, for any of you fans out there, welcome to Nashville. We're at Nissan Stadium. Welcome to another entertaining matchup, folks. Kate Scott, Brock Ewart on the call in this one. Brock, a couple running backs down on the field who can really take over their offenses when they get in the groove.
And I think that's going to be the ultimate goal of both of these offenses, right? I mean, there's just no confusion about it. They want to get their bell cow in that groove and get them going. Find that rhythm where they're ripping off chunk yardage run after run and then just keep on feeding that beast. In a game like this, whichever offense could get that rhythm and run game going first is likely going to be your winner.
Here's Thomas Morstead out for the opening kick. And we're off and running from Nissan Stadium. Jackson now to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So the Titans ready for their opening drive of the game. They're led out by the four-time MVP who's been in this league since 2005, Aaron Rodgers.
I think it's safe to say, Kate, Aaron Rodgers may be one of the most polarizing figures in the NFL, but there is nobody that will question his ability to spin a football different than everybody else. Just ask his receivers, tight ends, running backs, anybody that's ever played with him. He elevates their game, and he often elevates his own game to an MVP kind of level.
He gets it forward for a gain of 3. DJ Reed brings him down that time. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. From the 29. He finds Tigger Conkler for the grab. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Trying again, following the set. And he's in trouble and gets brought down again. And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage set him up now with 3rd down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Now for that defense, who puts a sack on the board.
And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
Pursue, pursue, pursue. It's why they do these drills all the time, Kate. You do them through the offseason, you do them through training camp, you do them in the regular season. Because when a defense plays with tremendous pursuit, you force 4th downs just as they did.
And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. So now it's the Jets getting out on offense for their opening drive. And leading them out, one of the league's longest tenured quarterbacks.
Don't think for a second, Kate, he hasn't heard the noise. Read the comments from the keyboard warriors who say they just want somebody else leading this team. But let me let you in on a little secret. Those criticisms, they can fuel quarterbacks. Make that chip on the shoulder even bigger to prove people wrong and to show I really do belong in this league.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Here's Breece Hall on the ground for the first time. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4. Now we'll take a moment to check out his numbers on the ground from a week ago. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 36. That's where right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Here we go, strike.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. It's a 21-yard gain. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Shotgun snap, a give to Hall. He's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off with later in the game.
They give on second to Hall. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out. A solid gain of 6 there. It's going to be 3rd and just a yard.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
3rd down give to Hall. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. Pushing the pace right away to start the game. Changing things up. They're going to throw now. Buys time, rolling right. Oh, not like this. An interception ends that drive. Quandre Diggs with the INT. Not the auspicious debut they'd certainly hoped for on that opening drive. The coverage, impressive. Taking their first possession away with that interception.
Hey, it is tough to play a clean game in this league. Caliber defenders are awesome. You just hope that eventual missteps happen at a less meaningful moment than your opening series. You don't want to make it any harder to get your rhythm and get your passing game going.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. The first carry here for Tony Pollard. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle, instead it did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. From the shotgun, Rodgers. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. Takes it in at the 26. And he didn't quite break it, but still an excellent return that gets him up near midfield. Good blocking on the return. He gets 23 out of it. And it'll be Jets football. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Go! Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. He tucks it and takes off. And he's able to cross midfield before going out.
Well, you don't get the 1st down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
That's complete to Wilson. And they're going to be down close to the 35 as he goes out. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right.
Caught it deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. And this is going to stay with the offense as he makes the recovery. Wow, this has been a rough sequence for them starting out. First the interception, and now almost giving it away again on the fumble.
Yeah, Coach's going to have to get everybody around the campfire and get this thing figured out, because through all the years and all the styles of play, we know one thing, Kate. Turnover margin in the NFL is the biggest indicator of winning and losing.
An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Play action on 1st down. Buying some time left. He's running with it. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Jack Gibbons in on the tackle. Upping the tempo with some hurry-up offense.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 21-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Headed out right. Avoid some trouble there. Took off with it again. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception, which is forcing an incomplete pass. As soon as he realized the pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
Couldn't connect on 1st, it's 2nd down. Taylor. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Taylor now. He's on the move. To the edge of the end zone, and it's incomplete.
QBs, well, they're a lot like the great shooters in the NBA. Hey, listen, sometimes you're going to miss. You just got to shake it off and keep shooting away.
Wow, Brock, he missed it. An easy kick, but he mishit it left. So...
In that close, those are supposed to be money in the bank, cha-ching. And it's always a little surprising and stunning to see one miss. And you can bet on the sideline they were counting on having those 3 points.
Here's Taylor. He's got the hook up to Devontae Adams. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
Here we go.
From the gun, it's Hall. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. That play good for 17 and a first down.
Let's go now. Lion.
Here's Taylor to throw. Wilson's got it. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. Third and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Here's 2nd and 2. And they make the stop. We're going to say at about the 37-yard line. That one gains 7. And it'll give the Jets a first down. Hall running between the tackles. And he runs this one down across the 35 and inside the 30. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2. They go right back to Hall. He's contained at the line for no gain. Taken down by Sebastian Joseph Day. No gain on second down, and they need 2 here on third. Here's Hall once more. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love third down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because it's money down and they want the ball, but a third down run for a first down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
Now it's Taylor. That's caught. It's Breece Hall. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense.
Holding. Offense.
Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. This defensive battle has reached the 2-minute warning. And it's the Jets. Backed up and facing 1st and 20. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And a big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact that gets home. But, of course, we know it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field in more than a second or two.
Garrett Wilson, the intended receiver. So they're left facing 3rd and long. You've got a man in motion. Here he is on 3rd and long. He rolls to his right. Wow, wide open here. Complete.
Never eat shredded wheat. North, east, south, and west, right, Kate? And I like on third downs, north and south. You start going east to west and eating that wheat, you could run into problems just like that. Well, he moved past that earlier miss pretty quickly here, Kate. Nice to see that. And now he can carry a little momentum with him to end this opening half.
It's all lined up. Morstead ready to send this flying. And that kick is going to go out of bounds, and you know what that means. That ball is headed to the 40. And he mishit this one badly. It's out of bounds short of the 40, and they're going to take over at that spot. So a quality return, but you're going to have to wipe away some of... They go play action on first. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. And that's incomplete. A little lucky there, too. Nearly picked up on 1st down.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
Escapes the pocket. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
Here we go, shot.
They start the half with a give to Hall. He's got a gain of 6 there. Tackled there by Jerome Baker. They're working quickly here. Hall takes it straight ahead. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Hold it ready.
1st down, ball at the 36. Looking to throw, Taylor. Forced out to his right. Ooh, almost a throw that cost him. Defender had it in his hands, but he dropped it. It's incomplete. Second down coming up.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
That one's caught along the left sideline. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Running this with Hall. Oh, stiff arm. And they make the stop, but a lot closer to the end zone now. He got it to the 11. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They run. Here's Hall. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Well, we've talked about this before, Brock. The thinking's simple but effective. We'll stop getting it to this guy when you find a way to stop him, and they have yet to do that today.
You know, there's just certain things up in this booth that I love. I think you could feel it emanating from me. And one of them is when you impose your will, and you don't back away from it. If they can't stop it, run it right at them.
Buying some time right. And he sails that one over the end zone.
You know, I don't mind taking that risk, especially on early downs. You try to shot downfield, it doesn't work. But Kate, the good news, you've got 2 more downs to try to find the first.
Escapes out to the left. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Throwing, Taylor. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction. Greg Zuerlein going to try to knock this through for the Jets. It's a 29-yard look right down the middle for him.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
It's all lined up. Morstead ready to send this flying. Brings in the kick at the 9. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. They start the drive with Hall. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Brought down on the play by Tavondre Sweat. The rookie from Texas there on the tackle.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Hall gets it again on 2nd down. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. That was Harold Landry making the tackle. Defense with an excellent opportunity at a stop here on 3rd down. Handoff running left. Here's Hall. And this one gets up to the 14-yard line before he stopped. Offense working quickly. They'll run for it with Hall. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
Well, I know everybody on that offensive side of the ball appreciates that kind of effort. Got it by more than just a couple of inches. In fact, no need for a measurement on that as they move the chains.
He's forward, gets a couple of yards. It's Kenneth Murray on the tackle. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. To the air, Taylor. Off the mark there, incomplete pass.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. now looking to throw. He's got the hook up to Adams. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, that's one of the moments as a QB you just feel like those defenders are in your huddle. To drop them for a loss on third down can't happen. That's an incredibly quick read by the defense.
Punter takes the field on fourth down, and he sends this one flying. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. They'll throw on first. This is reeled in by Wilson. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Hall there to haul it in. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. It's a gain of 4. And it'll give the Jets a first down. Dropping back to throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy in midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Try to run for it with Hall. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Here comes the punting unit for the Jets. And this will be his second effort of the contest. And he doesn't put much height or distance on this one. And this one touchdown inside the 30. They'll come out throwing. This will be caught by Adams. Space past the 35. Brushes him off with ease. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset. It appears all that prep work and studying that you quarterbacks love to do in the build-up to the game, Brock, it has certainly paid off. This guy has picked apart this defense much of the contest.
This is one of those games you appreciate. There's going to be peaks, there's going to be valleys, there's going to be mountaintops. Just like pitchers don't have all their stuff.
Throws into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Amani Hooker has it. And the Titans will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Good starting field position for the Titans. They've got it, first and 10. Now here's Rogers. Has the connection to Ridley. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the... Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. L'Jarius Sneed with the INT. And the Titans are going to have it after his second interception of the season. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee.
You got to expect the timeout is coming.
So here in Nashville, the Titans come away with the win. And they're stacking momentum momentum right away this season as they begin the year 2-0.